Hey, welcome back to Mama Tried. I'm Juliet, and today I have some Thanksgiving toddler meal ideas for you, so I really hope you enjoy.
For breakfast, we are starting off with some baked apple French toast. So first, I'm just getting out all of my ingredients, preheating my oven to 350 degrees, and I'm going to be cracking 8 eggs into a large bowl. In the same bowl, I'm going to be adding 2 cups of unsweetened vanilla almond milk. You can use whatever kind of milk you prefer, whether it's cow's milk or oat milk. I'm also going to be adding 1/4 cup of coconut sugar to the same bowl. If you cannot find coconut sugar, you can always use brown sugar. And I'm also going to be using 1/4 cup of raw honey as well. Now I'm going to be adding in 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract and 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon.
And mix it together very well. It's Washington. Mom, be really careful with it.
That's right, you do gotta be really careful with it.
Now spray a 9x13 pan with some non-stick spray. I'm just using olive oil. Now I'm cubing a whole loaf of white bread and adding it to the same pan. I'm using some keto low carb bread, but you could just use regular white bread if you prefer. I've already cubed about 4 Granny Smith apples, which is about 3 cups of cubed apples, and I'm just adding them on top of the bread. Now I'm going to be adding the egg mixture on top of that. Let that bake at 350 for about 50 minutes and it should be perfect.
You like cookies. I always eat them with my hands.
I know, you love the cashew.
It's time for lunch. We're having some turkey pinwheels and some cheese pumpkin pie. I know that sounds disgusting, but you'll see in a minute. So first I'm getting a tortilla and putting some mayo on it and spreading it out. And then I'm going to be layering some spinach on top of that. Then some turkey. Then some cheese. And I'm going to roll it up as tight as I can without breaking the tortilla. Now I'm going to be cutting them in 1/2-inch sections. I'm just going to be putting some toothpicks in them. If you're not comfortable doing toothpicks with your little ones, feel free to not add them. And now I'm going to be cutting some grapes in half to use as turkey heads. Now I'm going to be cutting the carrot into very, very small triangles for the beaks. I just added a little bit of whipped cream cheese on the back of the carrots to stick on the grapes. Now I'm going to be cutting the carrots into strips to use as the feathers. Now I'm going to be using some black food coloring as the eyes. I really regretted this, and you'll see why when you see Luxie eating, but feel free to use something else other than food coloring. Now we're going to be making the cheese pumpkin pies. So I'm just getting out all of my ingredients for that, and I'm putting some whipped cream cheese into a bag so that way I can pipe it on later. Now I'm going to be cutting a block of cheese in half, and then I'm going to also cut the Triscuits in half to use as the bottom part of the pie. So I'm just cutting the cheese where it will line up with the Triscuit in a triangle, and then I'm going to continue doing that until I've made 4 of them. Somebody sneak in some cheese. Now I'm just going to cut the end off of the plastic bag so that way I can pipe some cream cheese on the Triscuit. That way I can stick the sharp cheddar cheese on top, and then I'm going to put some on the back to put a chicken in the biscuit on the back of that as like the crust, the other part of the crust. I don't know. It ended up being pretty cute. Now I'm just putting a little dot on each one so it looks like whipped cream. I just added some veggie straws, and I think that this is the perfect little Thanksgiving lunch for a little one. Also really good appetizers for Thanksgiving Day.
Oh.
There's a toothpick in there, so be careful, okay?
Ooh.
Go ahead and pause this video for just a second so that way I can introduce today's sponsor. Today's sponsor is LifeWit, and they actually sent me some products to open on camera and share with you guys real quick. So let's go ahead and dive into it. This was the first one. So this is actually a laundry basket. I was not expecting this material at all. I don't know why, but I wasn't. It's plasticky. You can kind of tell by like the noise. But I really like the way that it can fold up or down if you need it to, and it's pretty sturdy, honestly, for a laundry basket. So I think I might use this maybe for toys, for the playroom, or I might use it as a legit laundry basket. So I guess we'll see. But that's the first one. Let's check out what's next. This next one is actually storage cubes. I'm going to use it for off-season clothes, so that way I can just store it in the top of my closet or in the attic. But I like that there's a little clear window, so that way you can see what's inside. It looks like they're all the same size. So there's 3 storage cubes, and they can actually get really big once you've got the things that you have in there. I like that it's got the handle on the side, so that way if I do put it in the top of my closet, it's easy just to pull down, you know. And then we've got one more thing here. This is actually like a warm or cold bag for holidays or for like a picnic, so you can keep all of your food nice and warm or nice and cold. So the top part, I guess, is where you would put like your casserole dish or whatever you're needing to transport. And then there's actually a pocket on the front too. So that's pretty cool. And then the bottom part, so there's 2 sections. There's like a smaller section on top and then a bigger section in the bottom. So if you're taking like 2 different casseroles or 2 different big like pans of food, you can put them both in here and transport them easily. Thank you so much, LifeWit, for sponsoring today's video. So back to the video.
For dinner, we are making a very fancy turkey grilled cheese. So of course I'm getting out all of my ingredients and I am buttering up a pan on medium-high heat. Now I am using an old candle to cut out a circle in the bread. This happened to be the perfect shape. You could also use a very large mason jar and it has the same effect. So I'm just using that as the turkey body. While that is cooking, I'm just chopping up a Granny Smith apple and a Gala apple. Once the bread is done on one side, I would say that takes about 2 minutes. I'm just going to flip it over and add a slice of American cheese on top and let that melt. And then I'm just going to flip it over into a sandwich and take turns cooking it on either side until the cheese is melted. Now it's time to assemble the turkey. So I'm just alternating out the green and red apple to give it more of like a feather effect. And then I'm just going to put the grilled cheese on top so it looks like the body. I'll be using candy eyes as the eyes. another slice of American cheese to cut out the beak, and I'll be using a pepperoni. I just cut out basically a triangle and put it on there as the little whatever that thing is, you know. I'm serving it with blueberries and goldfish.
Alright, that's the end of today's video, so thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video or if it was helpful to you, please hit the like button. It really helps support my channel. And of course, make sure that you are subscribed with the bell notification on so that way you don't miss any of my videos. And if you want to, you can follow me over on Instagram. My Instagram handle is MamaTriedOfficial. But that was everything, so I hope you have a happy Thanksgiving. Bye!